Well, when someone suffers a severe medical or traumatic emergency, time always a big factor in the patient's outcome. Ambulances can travel pretty quickly with red lights and sirens and all that, but there are times when an EMS helicopter would be even faster. Joining me to talk about those services are flight nurse Renee Miller and NorthFlight with NorthFlight and Edgar Calloway with NorthStar EMS, and welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
And let's just start out. How do you determine when you're going to use one of these helicopters to save someone's life?
There's a set of protocols that are trauma-oriented that enter someone into the trauma system. EMS follows those set of protocols, excuse me, and the EMS will enter the patient into the TCC program.
So who
and they
makes
will
that
call
decision?
us.
Is like a policeman or law enforcement?
Law enforcement, any EMS, fire department.
Paramedics on the scene.
Okay. So you actually fly in the helicopters and you treat the patients while they're on the way to the hospital?
Yes.
Is that what you do? How often are you called out in a helicopter?
You know, gosh, that varies, but we're based in Tuscaloosa and kind of cover the west central Alabama area, so we'll be launched for 2, maybe 3 scene flights a day and complete 1 to 2 a day. Scene flights, generally patients that need to come to a level 1 trauma facility like UAB.
Now, how many people are on a crew for a helicopter, an EMS helicopter?
The pilot, the nurse, and a paramedic.
Okay. So you two work as a team?
Yes.
You two? Okay. Now, are you at the facility? Are there some times when the helicopter has to come pick you up somewhere?
We're at the airport. We're based at the airport.
You're based at the airport?
Yes, and we usually, within 3 to 5 minutes from the time we receive a call, we're in the aircraft and headed to the hospital or to the actual scene of the accident.
Okay, so what are you just work a regular shift?
24-hour shift.
24-hour shift, and you're there the whole time, right?
The pilots work 12-hour shifts.
Okay, because they can't get too sleepy, right?
Correct.
Okay, as far as training and certification, if someone wanted to learn how to do what you did, how do they go through that process?
First of all, you become a registered nurse or an EMT paramedic. There are certain certifications that you have to acquire, advanced certifications that the average nurse doesn't have or the average paramedic doesn't have.
Certified flight nurse or certified flight paramedic.
Because we have to take care of the entire age span from neonates to the elderly, every medical emergency as well as traumatic emergency. So there's a wide range of information that we have to know.
Well, if I'm going to have a health problem, I need to have it like right now while you're still here. I'll be well taken care of.
I hope not, but yes, I will.
Okay, well, I trust you guys. Well, thank you for what you do. It's very interesting, and if people want to find out more information about this, what can they do?
They can call NorthFlight, and I think we've got the number, NorthStar EMS there, 3450911, or the NorthFlight 1-800 number. It's actually an 855 number, but contact them and we get their email address and communicate with them if somebody's interested in doing this. If you're a paramedic or a nurse and you kind of thought, hey, I think that would be a good opportunity.
Well, thank you for the information. Thank you for being here. We got to take a break.
Yeah.
Fox 6 News at noon continues.